Hey guys, do you seek to exceed your production targets? Excellent, but until a certain point. I'm Daniel Navarro, and today we're going to speak about one of the lean wastes, which is excess of production. Stay there, give the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be right back with you. Last week, Humberto Rocha spoke about the ability of letting yourself be touched, about humility. We saw an example of a leader who did that and commented about the importance of this behavior when aiming for extraordinary results. Today, we'll get back to lean manufacturing topic. We're gonna speak about excess of production. It's very common to talk about overachieving a production target, isn't it? Do you think this is always paramount? Do you think this is always necessary? To answer these questions, let's look first to our routines. Every day we need to eat, right? If we think about the effort that it takes to cook, for example, to wash the dishes, do you think it would make sense to cook a whole bunch of food and then eat for the following days or following weeks? Of course, you're thinking now that this wouldn't be realistic, although maybe you haven't thought about it on purpose. But let me give you some reasons why this wouldn't be realistic. Maybe you don't have a big pot or big stove to cook that much. Food is also perishable. So you cook your dish today and maybe in 2 days your dish is already not edible anymore. And third, but not less important, is my favorite, maybe I don't want to have pasta tomorrow or the day after. Maybe if it was Japanese food, I would love to, but Japanese food is even more perishable. Now let's take the same concept, the same mindset, and bring it to industrial environment. By that, I'm not meaning about the cafeteria, about the canteen, or the kitchen of that industry. I'm talking about the production environment. Some weeks ago, Erivelton Batista spoke about excess of stock, and excess of production and excess of stock. Two lean wastes are very linked. To make it clear, let's think about the following example. An automaker company. They fully utilized their resources. They use lean techniques to increase their production. They had a lot of workshops on workstation balancing. They have an excellent management team. Result in a production record. However, due to this pandemic scenario, all the dealers are closed. And even if the customer wanted, they wouldn't be able to purchase a new car. In this case, what would be the result? Overloaded stock. You know that images from TV, right? Thousands of cars lying in a car yard with no assurance of future sale. Is this hypothetical situation far from reality? In this example, that automaker used manpower, used raw material, machinery, space to maximize its production. Excellent, right? It would be if the cars that they produce, if that record of production and all the invested effort was not getting sun and rain in a car yard. What if the money that they invested on all of those resources was used for something else? These savings could have been used, for example, to lower production costs, lowering prices, and maybe attracting more customers, more demand, more sales, higher competitiveness, less crowded car yards. In other words, a virtual circle. Do you agree? Nobody in their right mind produces more on purpose. Certainly this waste has a cause and I'll list some potentials to you. 1. Excessive setup time for a machine, for example. A machine maybe takes 1 hour, 2 hours to have that setup, that configuration to be ready for producing that batch. So people take advantage of that batch being set up and produce as much as they can. We have some tools, for example, SMED, single minute exchange of die, that can be used to reduce setup time and then provide more running time for the machine. Second one, not utilizing or the impossibility of use of the pooled production concept. In other words, I'll just produce what the customer demands, or I'll just produce in order to replenish a part or a piece that was used on the next production step. Third, lack of communication and alignment between production, customer, and production planning. This is something that cannot happen, never. I believe by now some effects and causes about the excess of production are clearer. As each business and situation has its own particularities, it may be that you require a specific employee training and a deeper investigation of your own reality. In case you need this or other knowledge on lean manufacturing or Leandership team can help you. Get in touch with us, contact in the video description. Next week, I'll be back with some more content about lean and leadership. See you next time.